today I'm working on this nice SD35 lettered for Conrail, and it's been severely abused. It always makes me wonder how people can buy such a beautiful model, an expensive model, and not take good care of it. See, what's wrong with it is the walkway here. The model was put back together wrong and it was forced. Well, I know I can fix the shell and make it look good, but also inside there with the drive system, there's something wrong with it too. Probably that's what led to the shell being damaged. There we go. All this stuff's falling out for no reason. I don't know why. Probably that's what led to the shell being put together wrong and forced in there. So I'm going to take this apart and take a look. Of course it won't run that way, so there's no questions. On the positive side, I have all the handrails, the horns there, the couplers are there, so this will be a fun repair. So the shell removal, I'm going to begin with gravity, like most people always do. It might be tough to get out because it was forced in there very hard. So it won't come out like that. Oh yeah, it's coming out slowly. So I won't force it too much. I'll probably use my screwdriver to get it out. So no big surprise, I had to fight very hard to get the shell out. So this is broken here. It's going to need maybe a little bit of crazy glue. And everything else seems to be in okay shape. The shell is cracked here, but that will be easy to fix with some crazy glue. In the cab, everything's okay in the cab. So that was a lot of work. What I found about the drive system, I don't know if you can see, but it's been bent, completely bent. It's this area here, it's a little bit thicker than what it should be. That's why the shell didn't go back right. It's round. I've never seen that before. Let's see if the engine will turn. So this is the non-Dcc circuit board, so that's right up my alley. Right on the frame I have a short circuit, so I'm going to have to take this apart before I can test anything. Oh no, the light comes on. So I'm going to take it apart, we'll have a look inside. So here's the motor again, just by itself. So that turns very well, at least that's the good news. So what could have happened to this engine? Frankly, I don't know. So it's bent out of shape and it's bowing like this too, so the worm gears can't align. So I don't know what could have happened to this. In all fairness, some of the parts that connect are very thin. So being very thin, they're of course easy to break. So I'm going to see what I can do to realign this somehow. And I don't know, maybe I can make it work somehow. So I'm going to try and straighten this piece out first. So all I did was I used my vise and I used a hammer and a chisel, and I tapped it very gently. Now it looks straight to me. So I'm going to put the motor and the worm gears back in and let's see what we got. So it's going to run, but it'll never be like new. The other problem I'm going to have is that this is the only part of the frame getting power. So I have to rebuild the electrical path so that power can get to this brush from here. So I use some of my handrail material. You can use any type of wire. So if I touch both sides of the frames, it turns. So this will also give power to the light board. So that's going to look good. Okay, so that broken part gets held there by the gas tank. It does conduct electricity. So that's going to work. And then this little top part does absolutely nothing, but it's held there by the circuit board, and my lights work. So that's awesome. And then this front part's going to be held together with the retainers. As I'm putting it back together, it's becoming obvious that it probably won't perform like what I like. And also the frame itself is very corroded. I've seen that before where the metal was poor quality and it got corroded. So it's kind of a shame, but this locomotive is definitely going to need a new frame. At this point it's obvious that I need just a new frame for this. I'll just put some still pictures of the frame so you can see how badly it's corroded, and that's what's making it brittle at the same time, and that's also why the locomotive was all bent out of shape. So I got myself another half frame from a different engine, and while I was putting my engine back together, I glued the back of this, and also the sill here needed some glue. There's still a little bit of white showing, but I've got some paint that will match it closely. So I'm going to be doing that next. So with the paint it makes a pretty convincing repair. Now I'm ready to put everything back together. So all that's left to do now is put the shell back on. Be careful with the horn. And now it's time to run some trains. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly had fun making it. See you soon.